Ayesha Curry is a perfect example of why it is so important to have a whole phase. Go be a hoe. Be a hoe. But be a safe hoe though. Like protect yourself and don't get pregnant. That's why she's sitting over there feeling trapped. Trapped with Steph Curry. Sometimes you gotta go through some stuff to really appreciate what you have. She probably ain't never been hoed. She probably ain't never been drugged through the mud by a dude. She probably never been. She probably never had a heartbroken time and time and time again. That's why she can't really appreciate what she has because it's like, I need something edgy. I need something fun. Like this mom stuff. This being married to Steph Curry, this shit is boring. And now she's really rebelling. She wanna be in the streets. She wanna be desired by other men. She probably wanna do something with another man because she probably never experienced that. Like, when did they get together? Like high school or something? That
Hey, Shalom, brother, Shalom. This is Brother Howard of GMS Toronto, coming back with another one. I want to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. And like I always say, our women, right, the so-called Black, Latino, Native American women, they are not wives, right? And this is a perfect example of why they are not wives. They're not raised to be wives. They don't know what it takes to be a wife, okay? Because they have this mentality. This is a Babylonian mentality. Now, this is Amos chapter 7, verse 17, and it reads, "Therefore, thus said the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city," right? And that's exactly what our women are, right? They're harlots, right? They are literally, mentally, physically, they're harlots. Our women are not our possession anymore. Plus, we don't even know what it means to be husbands, right? We don't know what it means to be a man, right? The majority of us. So you can't expect the woman to know what it means to be a wife, right? We're not giving the woman instructions and orders, which is a law or a dress code, right? There are certain laws that the woman would have to be given that she would have to follow, right? She would have to know that to be an adulteress is bad, right? These women don't look at it like that. They look at it like, oh, that was just my last relationship, or that's my ex, right? They don't look at it in the sense that, oh, no, that's your husband, right? The man that you have laid with, the man that took your virginity, they don't look at it like that. They don't look at it like, oh, that's my husband, and I'm no longer with my husband, which means I'm supposed to be put to death. They don't get that, right? In this society, you guys call it boyfriend and girlfriend. So you made it something that's cute. Oh, it's cute. Oh, that was just my boyfriend. Oh, we're not together anymore. Oh, we broke up. Oh, it's just a normal thing, not understanding the spiritual aspect behind it. Now, this is Romans chapter 7 and 2, and it reads, "For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband," right? And what makes a wife is when you lay with the woman, right? These women that we get, our women, are not virgins, which means that they are not wife. They're not wives physically, because for her to be a wife, she would need to be a virgin. But our women are not even wives mentally, because they're not servants, right? A woman is meant to serve you, right? Like that scene in Coming to America, right? And he was confused, and because he's like, so you'll do whatever I say, whatever I tell you to do, you're gonna do. So if I tell you to hop on one leg, and he was confused about the dynamic of a woman or of a wife. That's the dynamic. If you tell her to hop on one leg and bark like a dog, that's what she's supposed to do, because that's your instructions. She is a servant. She serves you. She does whatever you tell her to do as long as it's lawful. Now, if you tell your woman to go and sleep with another man, then obviously she can quote unquote refuse. She can refuse. A woman is not supposed to refuse your instructions, but she can refuse an unlawful instruction. That's unlawful. But if you tell a woman to hop on one leg and bark like a dog, guess what she's supposed to do? Hop on one leg and bark like a fucking dog. Because there's nothing wrong with you telling her that. If you tell the woman, shut the fuck up, guess what she's supposed to do? Shut the fuck up. But because we live in this wicked, sinful society, we understand that there's nothing we could tell the woman that she has to do, being it lawful or unlawful, right? The woman does not have to listen to the instructions of a man, right? She has completely rebelled, right? For the woman which had a husband is bound by the law to her husband, right? So this is spiritual. You women are like, oh, we're not married. We don't have a marriage certificate. No, you stupid, dumb bitch. You were bound to a spiritual law. The Most High God knows who you had sex with. He knows who you are bound to. The marriage certificate does not make you a wife now in the eyes of God. The marriage certificate is for the international bankers. It has nothing to do with the Most High. You're not a wife because of a fucking marriage certificate. You're still a dirty fucking whore in the eyes of the Most High. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. And you women don't wait for your man to die. No, you go and fuck somebody else while your man is still alive. Or you go and fuck somebody else if your man, quote unquote, cheats on you. Oh, he cheated on me, so I left him. Oh, he cheated on me, so I went to go do this. Right? That's the excuses that you tell yourselves. Verse 3 says, so then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, right? Means she goes and fucks another man. Doesn't mean you're actually married. You're married in your head. You're in a new relationship in your head, right? Because you women are delusional as fuck, right? She shall be called an adulteress, a hoe, a hoe. Your wife shall be a hoe in the streets, a harlot in the streets. That's what our wives are, telling the women to go and have a fucking hoe phase. No, you know who has hoe phases? Hoes. Wives don't have hoe phases. You're either a wife or you're not. This woman is not a wife, but she's given wifely advice. I didn't even want to make a video on this topic because Steph Curry's wife, Ayesha Curry, you know whose problem that is? That's Steph Curry's problem. You know what most of you people doing videos on this issue, you know what you're doing? You're being busybodies. I'm only using this issue to teach because this is a teachable moment, right? You can use this moment to teach, but I would never do a video getting into Steph Curry's business because that's not my business. That's his woman. I have issues with my woman, right? That's my problem that I have to deal with as a man. And each and every man has their issues that they have to deal with personally with their woman, right? Personally. Nobody's love life is perfect. Nobody's relationship is perfect, right? But this is a teachable moment, especially when it comes to the mindset of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American woman. This is the whole mindset that they have always had. And these are the women that are going to be destroyed. You women are not going to be delivered. You're going to be destroyed in Babylon because you are the fucking Babylonians. You are a representation of the Babylonians. Okay? You have this Babylonian mindset and it's actually destroying our people. It's destroying our nation. It's destroying our women.
Ayesha Curry is a perfect example of why it is so important to have a whole phase. Go be a hoe. Be a hoe. But be a saint
right? Be a hoe. Be a hoe. That's the advice. That's the Babylonian advice, right? And guess what? And she's right. She's right. Because there's nothing else that these women can be, because our women are not wives, right? So what else can they be? They can only be hoes. Now, this is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17, and it reads, "There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel," right? No, none, right? So telling our women to be hoes, right? That's a Babylonian mindset. That's not an Israelite mindset. As an Israelite woman, you're supposed to be a wife. Point blank, period. That's it. Right? And it says, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So no batiman. Right? Our women are not supposed to be whores, and the men are not supposed to be batiman. And you see how they go together? They go together perfectly. Why? Because a man and a woman are supposed to come together. Our women are not supposed to be whores, and our men are not supposed to be batiman, because they're meant to come together like rice and peas. Okay? Like peanut butter and jelly.
And don't get pregnant. That's why she's sitting over there. Go be a hoe. Be a hoe. But be a safe hoe though. Like,
But be a safe hoe. And that's the mentality. They actually think that they can be a safe hoe, not understanding that you just brought judgment on yourself. Right? You just brought judgment on yourself. Right? What's the judgment of an adulteress? Right? The judgment of an adulteress is the same judgment of a sodomite. Right? The same judgment of a hoe is the same judgment of a sodomite. Go and look it up. Go and do your research. Pull the scriptures. Right? Pull the scriptures. Find out what is the judgment of a sodomite. And then find out what is the judgment of an adulteress or a hoe. Okay? Our women are going to be judged, man. And they're going to be judged very, very harshly. Very harshly. Right? But guess what? This is what they signed up for. Right? It's not just a whole culture. It's that boyfriend and girlfriend culture. It's that you cheated on me culture. Your man cannot cheat on you. A man cannot cheat on a woman. When a man is being unrighteous is if he sleeps with another man's wife. Right? If you are another man's wife and a man sleeps with you, now he's going off. Right? That's when a man is going off. So this is back in Romans 7 and 3, and it reads, "So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law." This is a law. This is the Heavenly Father's law. This is not even man's law. As a man, you don't have to abide to this law, right? You can be wicked as hell, right? There's men out there, right, which I'm going to do a video on, right, on these side dudes, right? And a side dude is one of the weakest men on the planet. He's one of the weakest men on the planet. But our men have elevated the position of a side dude to where the side dude now has become someone to want to be. Right now, dudes want to be side dudes. It's like a good thing now, but it's one of the weakest positions a man could ever be in, is a side dude. Okay, it says she is free from that law, so that she no, but if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, right? And these women, their husbands are not dead, right? Means they're not free from that law, right? But even if, right, let's say a woman had a man and he died, they still don't have the mentality like, oh, it's because my husband is dead why I am now allowed to be with another man. They don't look at it like that. right? The mentality is still the mentality that I can be with any man that I choose. Okay, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man, right? These women don't have that mentality. They don't have the mentality that they are a possession, because they look at you men like you belong to them. She looks at it like you are hers. She doesn't look at it like she is yours to possess.
And don't get pregnant. That's why she's sitting over there feeling trapped. Trapped with Steph Curry. Sometimes you gotta go through some stuff to really appreciate what you have. She probably ain't never been hold. She probably.
And you know what's sad about this situation? These people are speaking on two Luciferians. Steph Curry is a Luciferian. Ayesha Curry is a Luciferian, right? She is an influencer. She influences the people. Okay, this is probably a psyop, right? What Ayesha Curry is doing is the same thing that Jada Jada was doing. Will Smith's wife was doing. Those are two other Luciferians, right? They influence our women. You people think that Will Smith, Jada, you think that Ayesha Curry and Steph Curry are just two regular people. Those are not two regular people. Those are two Luciferians. They believe in wife swapping, and they believe in pedophilia. They believe in sleeping with animals. You people don't know who you're talking about, right? So to even speak on them like you have no fucking idea. Ayesha Curry is just being used for this very reason as to what this woman is talking about, which is to turn our women into hoes, right? Our women have now become what? Hoes.
Never been drugged through the mud by this. She probably never been. She probably never had a heartbroken time and time and time again. That's why she can't really appreciate what she has, because it's like, I need something edgy. I need something fun. Like this mom stuff. This being married to Steph Curry, this shit is boring.
And you know what this issue shows? This issue shows that our people don't have an idea as to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. Because what are we doing? What are they doing? They are okaying the behavior and the mindset of Ayesha Curry. Ayesha Curry is supposed to be condemned for this mindset. She's supposed to be put to deletion by her husband. But this is the stuff that's actually promoted. The mindset is promoted because it's anti-God. That's all that it is. And this world, this Babylonian world, is anti-God. It's anti-Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. Because this is easy to cut, right? This mindset, what this woman is talking about, is easy to cut. This is simple. Anybody can cut this mindset, but they're normalizing this mindset. This mindset is what is going to be normalized in this world. This is the normal mindset of the modern day woman. And the modern day woman is a whore. She is a harlot. And it's not going to change. This society needs to be destroyed first. Now, this is Romans chapter 1, verse 24, and it reads, "Wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves," right? This is the Babylonian world that we live in, right? This filthy, lewd world, right? That promotes what? Homosexuality, lesbianism, transgenderism. That's what's promoted in this world. Okay? That's what has become normal in this world. Verse 25 says, "Who changed the truth of God into a lie," right? These people don't know the Most High. They don't know the Most High. They don't know his laws. Okay? They don't know his laws. So it says, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator who is blessed forever. Amen. Verse 26, for this cause Yahweh gave them up to vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. So our women are not just hoes. Our women are also lesbians. Big time lesbians. Big time fucking lesbians, man.
Want to be in the streets. She want to be desired by other men. She probably want to do something with another man because
She's just letting you know what a woman has to do. So now they're letting women know this is your initiation into womanhood. Right? This is a woman's initiation. To be a hoe has now become the way that a woman needs to be before she gets married, which would mean what? She's not a wife. She's not a wife. And the majority of our women are not wives, and they will never be wives. This kingdom has to be destroyed. This mentality has to be destroyed. This Caucasian man, right? The Edomite man has to be taken out of power, which is her true husband. That's who she serves. That's who she serves. Right? So, yeah, I just wanted to make a quick lesson on that. I'm not even going to go deep into it. Man, fuck these bitches. Man, fuck these hoes. Right? So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd like to say double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well, and to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to you, the elect, 144,000 and the 1/3. Shalom to you and to you only.